Hello, welcome to Salt and Light Canning. I'm Jessica and this is my kitchen. I'm so happy that you're here. Today I have 2 roasters full of tomatoes. Now these were frozen tomatoes from last year's garden, and what I did was I just let them cook for a couple of hours, and now I'm going to strain them through my food mill because today I am making barbecue sauce. I haven't made it for a couple of years and we're completely out. So I'm gonna make some barbecue sauce. We're coming up on, the summer and barbecue season, and I'm very excited about that. So to do that, I need to strain some tomatoes. Now this food mill, I just love it. You can find it in my Amazon link below. But I'm just gonna take my time and strain all of my tomatoes into this pot, and then I'll put them back in my roasters. I gotta tell you, having a roaster for large batch canning is the best thing. Absolutely the best thing. Because you can just set it and forget it. And these are just every kind of tomato. It's nothing specific to sauce. And at the end of the season, I just didn't always have time to process tomatoes, right? So when things are coming in out of the garden, you've got to process what won't freeze and won't stay. You've got to process that first. So I was processing green beans and things like that. But now, as we're going into our new garden season, I need to empty out my freezer to make room for the new harvest. And there's just nothing better than homegrown tomato stuff. Whether it's tomato sauce or just canned tomatoes or pasta sauce, or we make chili base and sloppy joe sauce or tomato soup, or just some barbecue sauce. There's nothing better. Anyway, I'm gonna just keep straining tomatoes until I'm done. I'll be back when I'm doing something else. My tomatoes are all run through the strainer, and now I'm going to start adding some things to help this be barbecue sauce, right? So right now it's just kind of tomato juice. So the first thing I'm going to add is sugar. I have about 6 cups of sugar each here. I'm going to put in the pot. It's a lot of sugar. Again, I'm making a lot of barbecue sauce, okay? I have my sugar in the pot. Now I'm going to add some vinegar. This is just apple cider vinegar. You can use whatever vinegar you want. Adding 4 cups of vinegar. I'm also going to add some molasses. About 4 cups of molasses, so that I don't have to cook down my tomatoes forever. I'm just adding tomato paste. You don't have to. I'll probably put 6 to 8 little tomato paste in here. Or you could just cook down your tomatoes. But I want to thicken up my sauce some, and for me, this is like the easiest way to do it. All right, now we are at the fun part. We're gonna add some seasoning and some flavor, and I'm very excited. So first thing I'm gonna add is some mustard powder. I'll do about 4. Then I'm gonna add some onion powder. We'll do 8. Now seasoning, you can do whatever you like in your barbecue sauce. You can just add salt and pepper, whatever you like. This is what I like, okay? I've also just done onions and immersion blended them in my barbecue sauce. So please do what you like. Okay, then I'm also gonna do some smoked paprika. That'll give us a smoky flavor. Do 4. And also, if you didn't like anything that I put in here, you don't have to use it, okay? I also like this barbecue seasoning. So I'm gonna put some of that in there, probably quite a bit. We'll do 8. I'm gonna add a little bit of black pepper, probably 2 spoonfuls. And you can look at me like I'm nuts if you want, but I'm gonna add some clove and some cinnamon to my barbecue sauce. So clove is really strong, so I'm probably just gonna do like half a tablespoon. Cinnamon is also pretty strong. I'm gonna probably just do like 1 tablespoon. There we go. Now I'm gonna grab a whisk and mix this up, and I'll be back in just a minute. My barbecue sauce is done. I did add some garlic powder and a little bit more tomato paste to help it thicken up. And now I'm ready to jar it up. It is really yummy. It's sweet and vinegary and spicy and smoky and just delicious. Now when you're making your own barbecue sauce, remember what your family likes and do that. All right, I'm canning in pint jars today. I'm gonna fill to about 1/2 inch of headspace. And I'm not gonna worry about debubbling because this is liquid. Now wipe the rim of my jar. I always use white vinegar. You don't have to. Please use what you have, what you like. And a flat and a ring and just 2 finger tight. So yummy. Now fill my next jar. I'm so very blessed. God blessed us with so much abundance this last year in the garden, and I can't wait to see what He's gonna do this year. Wipe the rim of my jar. Get a flat and a ring. And just 2 finger tight. Now, I'm just gonna keep filling jars. I'll be back. I'm doing something else. So I am water bathing my barbecue sauce. There is enough sugar and enough vinegar. I'm not concerned about the acidity of my tomatoes. So I'm water bathing my barbecue sauce, and I'm doing it in my pressure canner. I love my Presto pressure canner. I've had Presto pressure canners. This one's been here a long, long time. Since I started canning, and I absolutely love them, absolutely recommend them. If you are only going to buy one canner, you don't need both a water bath canner and a pressure canner. Just buy a Presto pressure canner. I have my jars double stacked. They're full of water, and I have a splash of vinegar. So the difference when I am water bathing with my pressure canner is I don't put my gauge in, and I don't put my weight on. Get this on. I do leave the gasket in because I don't want a water mess all over my floor. I'm gonna bring these up to a boil and let this process at a boil for 30 minutes. If you're gonna buy a canner, I cannot recommend this enough. Check out my link below, but I'll be back when we're done processing. Well, we're back. This is round 2 in my canner. The timer went off and I turned everything off and took the lids off. And we've just been waiting for a couple of minutes. Whenever you water bath can anything, you want to just wait a few minutes and let it cool just a little bit before you start taking things out. It'll help reduce your siphoning. But we're going to take them out. Just beautiful. So very happy to have this back on the shelf. These are going to relax and seal and have a good night. And tomorrow I'll come in and I'll take the rings off and clean up the jars and label them and put them in the pantry. Let me know what you're canning. Let me know what you're doing in your kitchen. I absolutely love hearing from you. You are such a blessing to me. Thank you for taking the time to watch my videos. But be so blessed. Know that you're loved and be a blessing to someone else. I'll see you in the next video.